Joe Biden has vowed to restore the soul of America, promising to unwind Donald Trump's legacy and unify his fractured nation. In front of a masked crowd and more than 25,000 National Guard troops, Mr Biden was sworn in on the same steps that were besieged by a violent mob just 2 weeks ago. With the threat of violence and the virus still raging, the National Mall was eerily empty. Crowds were replaced with flags representing the 400,000 lives lost to the pandemic. In his 21-minute inaugural speech, President Biden committed to being a leader of healing, appealing to Americans to end their uncivil war. The swearing-in of Vice President Kamala Harris also marked a new chapter in US politics. It breaks a cycle of more than 2 centuries of men in the most powerful seats in America. Correspondent Greg Jennett begins our coverage.
Gallantly streaming still. The Capitol's ramparts, overrun only days ago,
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear,
stood preserved, protected and defended, the stage for a new presidency.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
The invited applauded because no one else could. The virus forced people to be banished from a flag-filled mall. A joyous tear and a hug, then first shots in his promised fight for the soul of the nation.
This is America's day. This is democracy's day. A day of history and hope, of renewal and resolve. Democracy is fragile. And at this hour, my friends, democracy has prevailed. In each of these moments, enough of us have come together to carry all of us forward. And we can do that now.
In the presence of presidents from both sides, he sought an armistice on ugly politics.
We must end this uncivil war. We will get through this together.
Wars end with reparations. There was no mention of the man who wasn't there, but Trump-era techniques have been taken captive, never to be released.
Recent weeks and months have taught us a painful lesson. There is truth and there are lies. I will always level with you.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, solemnly swear.
Accompanied by the first and most powerful woman in presidential history, inspired by the polished words of a younger one.
We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace.
American aspiration is what drove the women of this nation throughout history to demand equal rights.
The first and second couples were gifted mementos just captured and the flags that had fluttered aloft. Now, Joe Biden's march began via Arlington to honour fallen warriors. Then time for reflection was over. A home office awaited on Pennsylvania Avenue, and the resident president was in a hurry to get there.
Part poetry, a little prayer, and all patriotism, but without the people to watch where they normally would here on the Mall. A new presidency seeks salvation for a troubled country. Joe Biden's defined his project in epic terms to write an American story that tells future generations. This one rose to answer the call of history. It'll be quite some tale to tell, especially considering the state of the nation on day one. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Washington.